Gavin, as we're starting the show tonight. I've got something going on somewhere that's coming through my headset that I got to get rid of. There we go. All right. Before I was so rudely interrupted, this is the Sports Authority. I'm Tony Sellers. It is Wednesday. That means we'll be here for the next couple of hours at Victory Mattress Outlet, the home of everyday savings, 40 to 80% off on name brand mattresses and bedroom furniture. And Jeremy's here tonight. He has air conditioning now. I'm glad we're here today. I understand he didn't have it for about 4 days last week, so glad we got it today because you need it this afternoon. Probably could have gotten away with it this morning, but it's a little bit nicer now. But we're here in the Brixton Square, just west of the intersection of Northwest Highway and Rockwell. You turn in to that first exit for Brixton Square, or first entrance, I guess I should say, because you're coming in, you're not going. And you turn in right between the Subway and Panera, and right behind the Subway, you'll find Victory Mattress Outlet, 40 to 80% off name brand mattresses, the Stearns & Fosters, the Simmons Beauty Rests. Got those right in front of me right now. And they're open for business every day until 6 o'clock. They're going to stay open a little later for us tonight till 7. So you can come on out and see us. Luke Young is here with me. Gavin Bender back in studio. Jeremy's out here tonight. We've got some Pizza Hut pizza. Our good friends from Pizza Hut down the road on Northwest Highway just before you get to MacArthur. And we've got some pizza and some wings for you tonight from there. So we thank them a lot as well. We'll be telling you a lot about all of our sponsors from America's Neighborhood Values, and tell you about some of the deals that they've got for you here tonight. We'll be talking about that here this evening. But you're looking for a new bedroom suite? You say suite or suite? I call it a bedroom suite. Is it bedroom suite?
Tomato.
Tomato. You call it whatever you want to call it. But we got it all for you here. The mattress, the box springs, the frames, the cabinets, the dressers. If they don't have it here, Jeremy can get it for you. And he'll deliver it within reason. Well, he'll deliver it anywhere for the right price, but within reason, free delivery in the service area. And if you haven't been here, this is a place you need to come, because when you go to all those big box stores, the pressure salesman on you, and you see what you want, then you come over here to Victory and get what you need. And that is 40 to 80% off of the retail prices here. You can save yourself thousands of dollars on those big name mattresses just by doing a little comparison shopping and coming to the smart place. No pressure here at Victory Mattress Outlet. What do we got to talk about today? Well, I think there's some basketball still going on. I saw that the Game 7 hats for Indiana are already done. They're going to be shipping those overseas to a third world country, and you'll be able to get those for a very neat price after the Thunder wrap it up tomorrow night. I always love that when they make the T-shirts and everything, and they jump the gun and they have to send those over to who knows where, and you see people in like halfway across the world wearing these shirts, like Pacers, NBA champions. No, not ever going to happen for that. But tomorrow we'll talk about that. The College World Series is going on. It's a lot more entertaining than I thought it was going to be. We'll get into that this afternoon as well. We didn't talk last week, and I don't know if we really can, about this court ruling on NIL and the NCAA. I don't think anybody knows exactly what's going on at this point. I don't think it's settled. But people got to figure out, because the college seasons are going to be starting here in about a month and a half. And you got to know where everybody's slotted in on all that kind of stuff. So we'll get into all of that as we go on here today. First of all, we'll switch it up, because we're going to talk a lot about the Thunder tonight. So we'll switch, since Luke is here with me this first hour and on the deal. So, I kind of said, facetiously, there's no reason to watch the College World Series, but Coastal Carolina, Murray State, of course, the Racers didn't stay until the water got hot. They kind of ran into a buzzsaw. They're gone. Coastal Carolina just knocked off Louisville, eliminated them. Louisville got to the final round by a miraculous comeback last night against an Oregon State team that just imploded in the final inning. And then Louisville got whipped up on today. Coastal Carolina undefeated. It doesn't matter if you have one loss or undefeated. There's no advantage, but they're in the finals. So they're one team, and LSU is going to be playing tonight against Arkansas, an old SEC showdown. They ought to just put that on the SEC network, right? Tonight, they're not going to do that. I think ESPN's carrying it. I think they're carrying all the games. But one of those teams is going to be in the finals against Coastal Carolina, the best of 3 series in Omaha. And it's been some pretty entertaining baseball. We've had a no-hitter, which you never see, 65 years, or 55 years. Guy for OSU, the last guy to throw a no-hitter at the College World Series. And we've seen a lot of crazy plays, a lot of replays, some catches, some, just a little bit of everything. People trying to steal home plate. We're not in Little League anymore, guys. You can't do that. You'll get thrown out. Although I still look at that. I looked at that play about 10 times for UCLA. It was a stupid time to do it. I think you had the bases loaded and 1 out in the first inning. You got a chance to really, for a big inning, the guy decides to steal home. Not much confidence in your hitter, right? Were there 2 outs? I was thinking there was 1. If there was 1, it was really stupid. If there were 2, that's okay. Okay. But still, I don't know. I looked at it about 10 times, and I'm still not sure he wasn't safe. But I think he was just called out on general principle, doing something that stupid in the first inning of the game, and then they got ran out from there. There have been some really good some offense, but there's been great pitching. Where did we get to the point, Luke Young? I mean, is it just a given now? I guess maybe in D1. I still see guys in D2 because I see the guns and stuff that don't throw 90 on a consistent basis. But I swear every single pitcher in college these days, even the regular season I see that, they're all throwing faster than 90 miles an hour. I saw one 100-mile-an-hour pitch yesterday, 97, 98. Is that just a given anymore?
Yeah, that's just the state of the game right now. I mean, if you're going to be a starting pitcher at the D1 level, you've got to throw a 90 or higher fastball, and you've got to have an 85 changeup, or you've got to have a breaking ball that drops that lower.
Is it just the training? Because guys I'm going way back. My day couldn't. If we saw one guy that threw 90 miles an hour, it was like he came from Mars.
Well, yes, actually, it is the strength.
It's got to be the training.
Actually, the Gage Wood, the guy that threw the no-hitter for Arkansas, quoted his strength training as a big reason he could throw so well.
Well, he's a put-together young man. He looks like a linebacker.
He gave a lot of credit to his high school coach for the regiment he went through and the reason he throws so hard now.
Man, 19 strikeouts, no walks, but he did hit 2 batters. They only let one of them go to first base. And I can't figure out this rule now. What is a hit batter and what isn't, because the guy never left the batter's box. He didn't lean over the plate. He turned and it hit his elbow. To me, that's legal. They did it on replay. They disallowed it. Now, he'd already hit the one guy, so the perfect game was already gone. And there was no questioning the first when the curveball just went nuts and went right into the guy's foot. But last night, it was, I swear, identical play. I mean, you could have just lined them up, the 2 frames side by side. Guy did the same thing. They give him the base. And they did the replay, and they said, no, he's not. So I can't, what constitutes batter interference with not trying to get out. You don't have to get out of the way anymore. Now, in my day, you had to make an effort to get out of the way. We go back to the infamous scoreless inning streak of Don Drysdale back in the 60s. And he hit Tom Haller of the Giants when the streak wasn't quite there yet to break the all-time record. And the umpire ruled that Haller didn't get first base because he didn't try to get out of the way. And that was a controversy for years and years and years. So now you don't have to get out of the way, but I don't know what you have to do. to get hit. To me, if you turn away from the pitch, to me that's an effort to get out of the way. It's not an effort to get hit. But anyway, I digress. Wood, 19 strikeouts. You know what's funny? Okay, they do all this scouting. We're getting ready to have the Major League Draft. And yet, because he did this on a national stage in front of him, his draft stock in the last 2 days has suddenly rocketed. And I'm like, he was this way before. Did you guys not figure that out? But now, just because he did this in the College World Series, he's gone, and he was already rated really high, but they bumped him up in the mock drafts about 10, 15 spots. Recency bias figures out a lot. I think Cade Horton, when he got drafted high at OU and now he's in the major leagues, he had a great performance in the College World Series, a couple of them, and I think that impact. You know, your scouts are out there watching these guys all year. You don't trust them enough to what they've sent you back. You got to see it with your own eyes, I guess.
Yeah, it's just College World Series. You don't see them at that highest level till the very end of the year, and that's when you find out what a guy's made of.
Yeah, the draft coming up on the 25th. Well, that's the NBA draft. I'm getting my drafts mixed up. But the Major League draft's coming up in the next week or two.
They're doing the combine right now?
Yeah, they're in the combine. Still, there are 3 guys from the state of Oklahoma expected to go in the top 15 picks. Now, the mock I saw today, the mock I saw last week had Ethan Holiday number 1, Jackson Willits maybe 2 or 3, and now this one this week had even though they're rated higher as a overall prospect because of the needs of the team or some of these college guys jumping up because of the World Series, I think they had Holiday 3rd or 4th and Willits like 6th or 7th, and Witherspoon's maybe 10 or 11 in the draft I saw today. But they're all going to go high. They all had great seasons, and it's going to be really interesting to see what happens on that. Gavin, who are you pulling for in the finals of the World Series? You going with the little guy? You going with the little guy? Yeah, they just didn't have enough pitching. They didn't have enough pitching. They got lit in too early in the game today. It was a big hill. I think they were behind 6-0 early, and hard one to climb. I got to go with Coastal Carolina. You know, I said going in, and of course they haven't been back. The only time they've been there before, they won it all. I'd forgotten about that, but they won it all. I knew they had to go to about 6-7 years ago, and so I got to go with them against LSU. Yeah, I'm not a big believer in all this SEC hoo-ha, but we'll see what's going on. So that's that. So we can focus on that today, but you know we got to get to what's really important. Game 6 of the NBA championship. And by the way, if you want to check everything out, we're going to be showing you some of the merchandise here. We're on Facebook Live, the Gospel Station Network Sports and Talk page, Facebook Live here from Victory Mattress Outlet at just in the Brixton Square at Northwest Expressway and Rockwell. But, you know, I had confidence. Of course, you know, Gavin, firsthand that I had confidence in the Thunder winning Game 4. I staked my reputation on it. I have no earthly idea how they won the game. Well, I'm just glad they did, because I've been eating a lot of crow at this point. And we'd probably be talking about next season. You know, I still think the Thunder probably come back and win at home. But the other night, it's another one where they're dominating. It's almost eerily like Game 1, and then all of a sudden you look up and Indiana's down 2 points with their leader not playing well, halfway hurt. And I'm thinking, how can the Thunder hang on if they can't beat Indiana with Halliburton not doing good? How are they going to win? And Jalen Williams and the defense figured that out for me down the stretch. We see it so many times. You think, well, Indiana's back home. It's probably going to be a Game 7. But we see it so many times in these situations where the team fought so hard on the road, and in that final game it just collapses and becomes a blowout. Do you think we got that tomorrow night? Even with that, it sounds like Halliburton is pretty iffy to play. They said they've got contingency plans either way. He'll be a game-time decision. How effective he'll be, who knows. I don't know that I feel comfortable about saying that they're going to play hard for a quarter and a half and then give up. I think the Thunder will win tomorrow night, but I think it'll be a tremendous battle. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Another trip to Oklahoma City and that crowd on national TV, yeah. We haven't seen the referee assignment yet for tomorrow. I guess we'll see that in the morning. I think he's done. I think he's at home having a beer tonight, patting himself on the back. The extender. Yeah, I don't want to relax with that in their back pocket. I think they know they need to go ahead and finish this off. Yeah, he did not play well the other night. Here's the problem, and I'm with everybody else. He should have gone back in the game. They might have won if he went back in the game. I understand what Rick Carlisle, when your star player says, no, I'm going in, Well, that's true, too, and he did, and Nembhard threw a couple of passes away that turned into dunks. Yep. But I don't think that people saying, well, it's obvious that if Halliburton's hurt, you play McConnell. He's not used to playing 35, 40 minutes a game. I think, I agree with you that in the first quarter, his energy, he's just a whirling dervish. He's like the Tasmanian devil. He just spent, he's everywhere. I think that would carry them in that one quarter, but what do? You can't ride that the whole game. And he played poorly the other night, not as poorly as he played at home the last game. And that's kind of why people say, gosh, look at his athletic talent and look at all the things he can do. That's why he's not a starter. He is so wildly inconsistent and can kind of melt down if he has one or two bad plays and just does some dumb stuff. He kind of reminds me of Kuminga with the Warriors. There's so much talent there, but it's not channeled in the right places sometimes. A little bit of overconfidence. Irrational confidence, maybe. I don't know. But I'm still riding with the Thunder. I think Jalen Williams has figured it out, home or road. I think Hartenstein did not play well on the road last game, but I think he's figured out where he fits in that whole equation. And Shea's going to be Shea. And Chet is the same way, too. I think Chet's kind of figured out where his spots are. And it's not driving to the hoop and trying to go through three people. So that's the only thing missing from his game right now is just finishing those shots around the basket. But I think that's got to be it's got to be the Thunder. Paycom is already, they've scooped up all the tickets for that. The free tickets that people will be trying to sell online. Don't buy those tickets. Go somewhere else and watch the game, don't do it there and pay money to do it. It's free, folks. Go somewhere else and watch it on a big screen. But I'm trying to envision the championship parade next week. How that's going to go down. It's going to be hot. We're going to be in the 90s all day. People are going to be passing out. I noticed yesterday. See, they're ready though. The Yukon City Council authorized their police department to help out Oklahoma City with security for the parade. That might be the most important part. The whole deal. But there's just so many things. Did you ever? Yeah, we were in the finals in 2012. Did anybody at that time? I know I didn't go through the machinations of what winning the championship and having a parade and all of it that came with it would go for. I didn't. Everybody was just happy to be in the finals and thinking, oh, we can't beat LeBron, but we got a great team. This will be the stepping stone to like 4 championships in a row the next 4 years. And we know how that went. But I think everybody has got it all figured out this time on what we're going to do next week when the Thunder wins the championship. Well, it's not a dream, it's a reality now. You're not going to be able to live in this city anymore. We're going to run you out of here from now on. But we are here at now. Luke. Now, did you ever have any allegiances to the Mavericks at all?
No.
It's always been Thunder, huh?
It's always been Boston.
Oh, the Celtics.
Yeah, I'm a Celtics fan. I kept up with the Thunder because they were closer, and I had friends that liked the Thunder. But I was a Boston guy.
Okay. Well, see, when I was little, I was a Boston guy, and then I flipped the switch. When they got Larry Bird, I started hating him. So I was a Boston fan for about the first 25 years of my life, and then not a Boston fan the rest of the way, although I did want Boston to win the championship last year. I don't hate Boston anymore.
You sound like the opposite of most Boston fans. Like, if someone wasn't a fan before Bird, they were a fan after Bird.
Yeah, no, well, and my Larry Bird animus goes way back because I covered the NCAA tournament when OU played Indiana State in Indianapolis in that year, the Magic Bird showdown in the championship. And you talk about star treatment. That dude was over the back of every player every night. Anyway, they weren't about to call anything on Larry Bird. Not that OU was, he single-handedly beat him, and the Sooners probably, they didn't, that was the first time they'd been in the NCAA tournament in years. And, but that was where my animus for Larry Bird began, and then I carried into the NBA. I kind of like him now, but I didn't like him when he was playing. He was a little too cocky for me.
He was a pretty cocky guy.
He was really cocky. Listen to the stories about players when they played against him and the stuff he said to them.
Best trash talker of all
He and
time.
Jordan. I don't know who's a better trash talker, him or Jordan. I guess when you're the best, you. What's that? The big ticket. I don't know. Oh yeah. Yeah, and then Kevin Garnett was the same way. He told him, some stuff the first time they played, and he told him what he was going to do to him, and then he did it, and that was kind of interesting. But Thunder, I think we're getting ready. This is going to be an incredible week, I think, in the annals of Thunder basketball. We are here at Victory Mattress Outlet, located in the Brixton Square, Northwest Expressway in Rockwell, just west of Rockwell on the Northwest Expressway. Turn in between Subway and Panera, right around the back behind Subway. Victory Mattress Outlet, 40 to 80% off name brand mattresses and other bedroom items for you. The Sealy, Stearns & Foster, Simmons, they got them all. The Beauty Rest, They've got Posturepedic, the hybrids, all of that stuff here for you, and at prices 40 to 80% off of what you're going to find pretty much anywhere else in the planet. And Jeremy's here. They can get pillows for you. They get all kinds of stuff. Just tell him what you want. He'll go find it for you, and at much lower prices than you'll find in the big box stores. So get out here and do that. 11 to 6 daily here at Victory Mattress Outlet, and we'll tell you some more about them as we go along this afternoon. We'll take a break here on hour number 1 of the Sports Authority, and we will be back right after this on the Sports and Talk Network.
For everybody watching on Facebook Live, we're going to take a quick look around the store at some of the products here. Again, this is Victory Mattress Outlet, one-stop shop for mattresses, pillows, all bedroom appliances here in OKC. Longtime supporter of the Gospel Station Network and what we do. We're proud to have them as friends of the show. 40 to 80% off on mattresses. Call them at 405-510-6988. Here's a quick look at the inside of the store. It's spacious, it's roomy. They've got plenty of products, and as Tony Sellers has said, they do deliver. They've got a range. Jeremy goes out and does it himself. No credit needed. They got flexible payment options, as you see up there. This is Victory Mattress Outlet in OKC, right in the shopping center off of Rockwell. Again, one of our favorite places to be. I would thank you for tuning in on Facebook. We're going to go live with another half hour of the Sports Authority, so we hope you stick around. I am going to get a drink.
All right. You want to come over here and talk to me for a minute, Jeremy?
Sure thing.
See where your thing is.
Y'all still have baseball activity going on?
Mm-hmm.
Everything's on break.
Yeah, we've been done for a little bit.
Welcome back, Sports Authority, hour number 1. We are at Victory Mattress Outlet in the Brixton Square, Northwest Expressway, and Rockwell. 40 to 80% off name brand mattresses, bedroom furniture, accessories, every day of the year. Open Monday through Saturday, 11 to 6, 12 to 5 on Sunday. 405-510-6988. the number to call. And Jeremy's here with me right now. Not only do we have mattresses, but mattress protectors, waterproof. You can get those. Pillows, those gel-infused pillows, memory foam, all kinds of things. I see you're kind of now. Inventory's a little high today, a little higher than it has been the last couple of times we've been out here.
We are. We're stacked up a little bit, ready to see you. Yeah, it does. It comes in waves and fluctuates, but I do like to keep it more full than not. So,
yeah, here. Well,
this makes me comfortable when it's sitting this way.
Well, and now, I think after tonight, maybe, summer starts tomorrow night, and it really starts. I think we're going to be dry for a while. So you like that because you can be delivering all this stuff to everybody.
That's right. Yeah, it has been. We have definitely had the wet season. Yes, dodging a few raindrops here and there, but yeah, one of the reasons stocked and ready is it has been a little slow the last couple of weeks. I think when school got out and summer hits, everybody's hitting their vacations and gone, and so in between time we've just been getting ready.
You're getting ready for everybody, doing a little remodeling around here. Also, you mentioned, I was going to bring up school being over. That's the time a lot of people start moving.
That's right.
Either out of town or moving into town or moving across town. And you can help them out with that as well.
That's right. We can plug that. That's right. I am a licensed realtor as well. My daughter is soon to be. She's through school and just got to get through the testing down at the state. But we find that those two worlds kind of operate in tandem a lot. That a lot of times you're buying that mattress when you're moving. And you're moving when you start shopping for furniture and mattresses, you're preparing for that move, and we're just kind of here to help from both ends of the stick.
One-stop shopping. You can do it all for them. Take care of that life transition. Also, kids out of school for the summer and maybe finishing college, looking for their first real place of their own. Apartment living, and you got to have furniture a lot of times. I know my daughter's going through that in Denver. They had a furnished place this fall, but now they're moving into an apartment.
Yep.
And she's having to come up with mattress and all this kind of stuff for the fall that she hadn't had to do before.
That's
and
right.
she's still in school, but living in an apartment. So whether you're finished with college, maybe going back to college, you got to come up with a furnished apartment and come up with the furniture on your own. You can help people out with that.
That's right. And if we're going to just set a little bit of a order of priority, let's start with that mattress. If you got to spend a little money on one of those items, let's put it in that mattress. It's something you're going to spend a third of your life on. It's going to matter for day to day sleeping. I want to be here for all your needs, but we understand budgets and situations. It'd be a little easier to find a secondhand, bed frame out there, but I doubt you're going to want to find a secondhand mattress.
No, that's the number one thing, and you're going to spend a lot of time. If you got roommates, you're going to spend a lot more time in that bedroom and in their bed. A lot of times at that time. Yeah, and you can go to Facebook Marketplace and get you a $30 couch.
That's right.
Or an end table or something like that.
Yes.
But you want that brand new mattress, and here's where you can get them affordable. You have the starters, the twin, the king, the queen.
You bet.
All of them.
We've got good, budget conscious options that start $199, $299, and then can really, increase the value of your dollar with our marked down name brands. So your $1,800 bread and butter mattresses, top brands were $699, $799 on. You get to the luxury end, $4,000 and $5,000 mattresses will save you $2,000, $2,500 on.
No, I mean and you can buy two.
You can buy two.
Yeah, you take the savings that you got on the one mattress.
Ironically, we put one of our bigger promos out. This isn't an everyday kind of situation, we know, for people that, but This one is in the when you're in need of 2 mattresses. We do a buy one get one half off situation. And so kind of the idea behind that is maybe you need a guest mattress, or that's the kid mattress, the secondary one as well. We want you to be able to focus more of that money on your primary mattress that you're going to be sleeping on, and then save a little bit on the second.
And the second one, 50% off of your price?
That's right. That's
wow.
right. That's right.
So theoretically,
That's right.
I could come in and get that $5,000 mattress for $2,500,
That's right.
and then get another 50% off and get that for $1,250. I could
That's
walk
right.
out of here with 2
That's
of those mattresses for less
Yes.
than I would have to pay
Yes.
for one
Yes.
if I went to the big box store and paid
That's right.
retail price.
That's right.
Why would you go anywhere else in Victory Mattress Outlet here at Northwest Expressway?
Or when you are moving,
Yeah.
you know, and you got to buy 2 and 3 mattresses
Yeah.
for the home. That's right.
7101 Northwest Expressway at Rockwell. And if you pick up a copy of America's Neighborhood Values, you can find one here. You can find them all over in stores in the metro area, America's Neighborhood Values. There is a coupon and a QR code in there for you to claim that 50% offer on your second mattress. Buy one, get one 50% off. Victory Mattress Outlet. I mentioned pillows. Now here's one: Clover with bamboo cover. Is that a popular? Is that a popular thing?
Well, the bamboo fabric is definitely a notable, product, and so it's a economically, it's sustainable, earth-friendly, sustainable product, and then the bamboo material, just itself is a cooler material, so it has its own kind of cooling properties to it. That just gives it a cooler to the touch feel.
I'm learning all kinds of
Yep.
things today. Shredded memory foam on that Clover bamboo. It's $25. That's where we start out.
Yep.
But if you want the Big Daddies, all the high-tech gel memory foam, the Cool Dough, you gotta like that name. $70 for a queen, $80 for a king. And to me, here's where I am. To me, the pillow is as important, if not more important, than the mattress.
That's very true, and you'd be surprised to consider that that is the case. It can kind of make or break the night for you,
Especially when you get older. I didn't even think about it as a kid. You just liked a cool pillow, and you liked. Some people like them soft, some people like them hard. I like one that doesn't make my neck hurt.
Yeah, that's right.
And so those gel memory foams are good, or you can get the Breeze with the gel infused covers. They've got mattress protectors that are waterproof for topside, 360 degree encasement, all less than $100 for all of that. So accessories, if you need nightstand, lamps, tables, you'll find them for them as well.
Yep.
Because you make forays down to the big boys' warehouses and kind of peruse what they have to unload for their overstocks and everything else.
That's right. That's right. Yep.
All right. Victory Mattress Outlet. 7101 Northwest Expressway. Visit their website, victorymattressoutlet.com. Number to go. Jeremy, thanks so much for having us. Come on out now. We're open tonight till 7. They usually close at 6, but we got some Pizza Hut pizza, some wings for you from Pizza Hut. Thanks to the folks down at Pizza Hut Northwest Expressway. And if you're having a Thunder Watch party tomorrow night, go over to the Pizza Hut on Northwest Expressway just before you get to MacArthur and get one of their big packs, and they can take care of your whole crew for less than $50. You can get a couple of pizzas and other things to go along with that and have a big party tomorrow night from the folks at Pizza Hut. We talked about, I threw it out there, Gavin Bender back in studio before the break. KD doesn't want to go to Minnesota. Memphis doesn't want him. He wants to go to Miami maybe, but I don't know if they're going to do anything with it. Do you think this is all a smoke show? Do you think KD might actually wind up in Minnesota? He was pretty strong on that stuff about cold weather. He's not going to stay in Phoenix. Yeah, that's probably true. But I don't think he'll be there at the end of the season for sure. No, I didn't. No. His form was gone before he got there. I loved him in Washington where he was filling it up on a team that wasn't winning, but that was it. He stayed there too long. He's done. No, that's not going to happen. The Memphis trade, and I said it there. That it still doesn't make any sense to me. I guess here's the thing. You're not going to draft 4 first-round guys in 4 years to be on your team, right? So I guess it makes sense in that aspect. Is if what are we going to do with all those? If they want 4 picks, let's give them 4 picks. This is the guy we want. Well, wait a minute. Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner, and Paulo Banchero. Jalen Suggs, come on. Well, he got hurt. I think he might have been if he hadn't got hurt. It's hard to have 3 All-Stars on one team, too. Ask the Thunder about that. That's going to be an issue the next couple of years. Wow. No, you know who it was? Yeah, come on now. You know who it was. No. What was the guy? Terrence. Who am I thinking of? He used to wear Ross. Terrence Ross. He's better than Aaron Aflalo. Come on. Yeah, golly. That's all he could do. But he Here's my problem with Desmond Bane, and you're right, he can shoot. He's actually pretty good. He has short arms. It drives me crazy watching him play. He does not look like a basketball player. He does not look like a... I just think he's one of those guys, and there are several of them in the league. Bradley Beal was one of them. I'm trying to think of who maybe else fits the description right now. Who's that? Eric Gordon. He's better than Eric Gordon. But he's one of those guys that's pretty good, but is not the guy that's ever going to get you to a championship. I think they need one. I like Wendell Carter. He hasn't shown that he can do it on a consistent basis. I still think they're one guy short. But in the East, they might be able to get by. But that's not what they need to worry about. They need to worry about beating the West. I don't see anybody beating the West for a number of years, whether it's the Thunder, whether it's Minnesota, whether it's Denver. I think the West is so far above the East that the best teams in the East, to me, are like 5th, 6th in the West lineup. But if they had to play all those teams all season long, see, that's where they get a break. That's where everybody gets a break over there. Yeah, the Lakers weren't the third best team, and I don't know how they got to be the third seed. They were not the third best team in the West. Clippers were really disappointing. You know, Kawhi was a big letdown. Yeah. But that's another guy that I think's over the hill that's not there now. So that's interesting. But those are really the only two things that are driving any talk outside of the championship right now. Here's what I loved the other night. Thank you. Somebody finally said it a couple times. Thunder should be playing on Christmas Day next year, and they should have been playing on Christmas Day this year. And I was glad to hear Richard Jefferson. I think Mike Breen both chimed in on that on the broadcast the other night. You're not on that? They're the draw. Gotta be. That or Houston. Now they have a good budding rivalry going with Houston. I think everybody forgot about Houston because they went out so early. Well, I think San Antonio, Wemby, of course, now I think it's guaranteed he's going to average 40 and 20 next year after going hanging with the monks and shaving his head. Have you seen the videos of him playing? It's wild. Yeah. Even better than Giannis, I think. I think he's a better athlete than Giannis. I think we need this. We need the Giannis Wemby Sports Challenge. That would be a fantastic. Yeah, he is. He's a lot stronger. Wemby's a better shooter. Wemby's a better defensive guy. Yeah, we're not talking. Yeah, it's really weird. You know, you see the Giannis deals pop up every once in a while, but it's not really that hot. Well, more Yes, yeah, he doesn't want to go there. He does not. Giannis is a smart man. He's a lot smarter. He's pretty sly. We give him to, but he's pretty on target on that. Yeah. Well, because of the exchange, yeah, all of that, exchange rate and everything like that. But you don't want to be paid in Canadian dollars. I'll never forget back in the CFL days when players were like J.C. Watts and me, I don't want to get paid in Canadian dollars. I get paid in U.S. dollars if I'm going to be doing that tonight. Hey, I got to tell you about another great one of our sponsors for car, home, life, and insurance and more. Blake A. Nightingale, your State Farm insurance agent. Your home and car are more than just things. They're where you make your memories, and they deserve the right protection. That is why Blake Nightingale is here for you. You can call him up 405-728-1313, just down the road here at 7304 Northwest Expressway in the Brixton Square. Blake Nightingale, State Farm Insurance. We'll take a break. We're here at Victory Mattress Outlet, where every day you can get name brand mattresses, box springs, all your bedding, 40 to 80% off. And right now, you buy one, you get the second mattress 50% off of their already everyday low price. Listen to me now. $5,000 Stearns and Foster, it's $2,500 here. Then you could buy a second one and get it for $1,250. and you have bought 2 Stearns & Fosters that'll last you a lifetime for less than you'd pay for one in one of the big box stores. I did the math for you so you don't have to. But what you do need to do is come in here to Victory Mattress Outlet in the Brixton Square, just west of Northwest Expressway and Rockwell. We'll take a break. We'll be back to wrap up hour number 1 of the Sports Authority right here on the Sports and Talk Network.
Well, for the Facebook Live, we're going to take one more quick look at the store here. Again, this is Victory Mattress Outlet in OKC off of Northwest Expressway. They've got the best selection of mattresses this side of Oklahoma City. Remember that buy one, get another 50% off deal. That's something you want to take advantage of. Longtime friends of the show, the Sports Authority, and the Gospel Station Network. This is the best bang for your buck, folks. They've got all the high-end stuff at prices you can't beat. Call them at 405-510-6988 and get yourself a brand new mattress today. Well, again, we want to thank Victory Mattress Outlet for letting us host this Facebook Live today. Catch hour number 2 of the Sports Authority on the Gospel Station Network, Scroll Sports and Talk. We are going to wrap things up on the Facebook Live, so thank you for tuning in.